Hello, my name is Rabbi Tsvi Heber, and I'm the Director of Community Kosher Operations for the COR. Well, essentially, I'm responsible for the Community Kosher Division of the COR. The Community Kosher Division of COR comprises of restaurants, caterers, bakeries, stores, supermarkets, nursing homes, and all of the other community functions that are essential to any community VAD. The community VAD here in Toronto is extremely large. We service a community of about 180,000 Jewish people, and we have approximately 160, we're closing in 165 community establishments. We employ about 120 mashgichim that are directly involved in community work. Essentially, my role is to ensure that the policies which are directed by our community rabbanim are implemented properly at the hashgacha level, at the establishment level. I am the in-between, so to speak, the manager, to ensure that the mashgichim are doing their job properly according to the policies that are dictated by the community vada rabbanim. People have a misconception that the mashgiach at a restaurant is somebody who's sitting down in a chair and reading a Tehillim or learning or reading a newspaper and just supervising and not doing very much at all. And that couldn't be farther from the truth, at least here in Toronto. Our rabbanim, our mashgichim are on the move. They're constantly busy. They're working together with the establishment and the establishment owners and workers, the chefs, to ensure that the environment is completely kosher. That includes ensuring that the fires are turned on by the mashgiach and that the pilot lights are always relit by the mashgiach. That includes checking vegetables. In many establishments, there's an hour or two of checking vegetables on a daily basis. And that includes all of the other hashgacha functions, checking the daily inventory, the deliveries that come into the establishment, making sure that all the meat that enters the establishment is acceptable to the high standards of the COR's Vada Kashrus. Well, insect infestation is very interesting. People that have eaten salads for longer than 30 years will often call and say to us, well, it wasn't a problem 30 years ago. And the answer is, you're right. It absolutely was not a problem in North America 30 years ago. And the reason for that is because the farmers and the growers were using pesticides. They were using deadly pesticides like DDT until the US and the Canadian government decided, after a lot of testing, that DDT was deadly, that pesticides were dangerous. And not only were they killing the bugs, and they were killing, they were killing more than the bugs. They were just harmful for people. And they decided to outlaw these kinds of deadly pesticides and other pesticides until slowly the insect infestation became more and more prevalent. Then we have the organic, I call the organic generation, where people want organic food. What does organic mean? Organic means that there's no pesticides, there's no harmful chemicals or sprays that are in those vegetables. So if they're not treated for bugs, then there's going to be more and more bugs. For me, the best part of working for the COR is working with the people. It's working with the people here in the office, it's working with the mashgichim, and it's working with the owners and the proprietors out there in the establishments. I think that this environment where all the people, the office people, the mashgichim, and the people, and the proprietors and the owners of the establishment, we're all here for the same thing. And that's to provide the best quality kosher food at the highest possible standard. And that's the COR.